Okay, so today I'm actually going to show you something that is going to make your eyes open, just like everything else. For the past about 4 months now, we've been having a lot of mice. We have never, my grandmother lived here since, I don't know, she was for about 40 years. And rarely she find even one. Now we get tons of it. For the past month, I had about 22. The month before, I had about 15, around there. The month before that, I had, I believe, 12 total. In the first month, it was, I believe it's 4. Now, as before I go to further than that, I actually have the 5G. And yes, this is associated with 5G. Believe it or not, if you actually look into this video and you analyze what I'm telling you, you too will see that you can easily test these. You can easily test mice with 5G. And yes, believe it or not, they probably do, but they won't tell us. The reason why we've been having a lot of them is because I stated in my video, we got our first 5G antenna. I started to see them around in April of 2020. And then next things you know, we didn't get this until, I believe, we start seeing them about July. So it took few months. Yep, it took few months for the mice to start coming into our house. Now, before I go into further the video, if you have followed me for a little while, our whole house, there is no wireless whatsoever. Even the surrounding of the house and everything, there is no wireless. So basically, our house, it's in a wireless-free zone. Because we don't have anything wireless around our house because I get sick of it. So we eliminate everything. Remember, I eliminate everything that I could think of wireless. The only thing I could not do is the gas meter, because we live in a city, so the gas meter is the one that's wireless. And then the electrical is wireless. Water, they have this thing they connect into, and they come by the house, they tap into it. So I think that's unwired. And it generates its own electricity. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure on that one, but as far as I know, there's only 2 things left in the house that is wireless. I even disabled the fire fire alarm system. Now, before I go into further than that, I do not advise anyone who do things like that, because this house is already owned, so I'm okay with that. Even if there's a loss, if there's a fire and there's a loss, I'm okay with that, because I'd rather live headache free and everything else free than, killing myself with these little things. And believe it or not, yes, I will make other videos about those. Fire alarm, they do pump out radiation. The CO2, yup, CO2. That was the first thing that I never thought of. Yep, the CO2 detectors actually pump out a lot of radiation, which I was able to smell and I didn't know what it was. So the whole house, remember, my house or our house, it's all wireless free. There's nothing wireless except for those two things, and it's all the way down the basement. So there's actually no mice down the basement. They come through the basement, but they go up the stairs. And there's 3 floors. Somehow they do not stay on the second floor. Actually, it would be the first floor, because the basement, the first floor. They stay on the second, and they stay on the third. They go up on the third a lot, and we have a little attic on the fourth. So they stay on the third and on the fourth a lot. I don't know, that's because it's so high up that there is no wireless signal getting them. And if you don't believe me, here's some of the stuff that I saved that we just bought recently. Okay. And these, believe it or not, we've been trying to get those, and I've been releasing them. But up to the point, there's too many of them for me to release. So I started to buy these, although I don't like killing them. But I don't have a choice at this time, because it seems, and this is why I want to make this video, it seems that all these mice, it's around the neighborhood, they're coming to our house. Because our house is wireless free. So all the surrounding of our house, they're all coming to this house right here. And as you can see, I am actually making more right now, because these are disposable. I'm actually making more. Some, if I'm able to save, if there's no blood, I save them, because somehow when there's blood, they won't get in. They won't come back to that trap. They're very smart. If they smell the blood, they won't come back. And it's very hard to catch them, because these, believe it or not, I would love to catch these on these. So that way I can let them go. They won't go into those. They're very smart. They won't go into those. And look at it. I put more baits in there than this. And I catch one just recently. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make the video, because I have so many traps. So I have to make them into things like this. Okay. We buy them in package like these. And then I have to make them. And yes, I have to put a bunch of baits on here. Like so. And not only have to put baits on them, I actually glue them on, so they can't get it off. So by the time they got onto here, they can't get it off, because some peanut butter work sometimes, peanut butter does not work sometimes. They seem to like bones. I don't know what it is. They seem to like chicken bones, because sometimes I give the bones from the you know, those package of bones that made out of chicken flavored bones for my dog. They seem to go and steal it from my dog. So they actually like those. Somehow anything with bone in it. So they actually like bone somehow. Yes. And believe it or not, one time, just like a few days ago, I caught 2 in 1. This is really weird. I have never seen this. I caught 2 in 1. Right? As soon as they're dead, another mice come over and ate all the eyes. Yes. It is really weird. Don't ask me. I don't know anything about this stuff. You know, I know a lot of stuff, but I just don't know this one. They seem to come in and eat the eyes of all the mice, the dead mice. Yes, they go and eat all of it. You just see nothing. There's no eyes whatsoever. Then they clean it all around the two. They eat the blood and they eat the eyes. Yeah. Weird, right? Never knew that one, but yep. Somehow, mice will come over and eat that if you leave that there. If you have a lot of mice. Weird, right? But anyway. So I figured I'd do this video. Not about mice, not about any of these stuff that we bought. I mean, I could go on and on and on how they work. I even bought pest control. Look, that stuff doesn't work. Just to let you know that one. Don't buy it. Have better luck just getting these right here. Believe it or not, cheapo stuff actually works. The one that kill ones and get rid of all. And no, I'm not endorsing anybody. I'm just going to tell you that these actually works. Okay? That actually work with mice. Anyway, cheap, easy, simple, but it works. Can you believe it? Anyway, here's my concept of understanding before I end this video. Let's say all these houses around here have all wireless and they all have Wi-Fi and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Our house is in the middle and there's nothing. So all these mice around these houses, they all coming to our house right now. So this month alone, this is actually the 23rd. That's the 23rd today. Not today, but this whole, just finished this month. I just cut that just a few minutes ago before I do this video. So the concept is that because all these houses around here have wireless, our house doesn't have it. And our house is about, I don't know, 10,000 square foot around. And it's a big lot. And it's on a corner. And because it's on a corner, it doesn't have anybody around except for over here. Like, let's say the backyard have people and the side have people, but the other side there's no, because it's on the corner. So there's nobody here. So our house is here. They all seem to come to here. And that's the concept of this. And that's why I want to make this video. Now, imagine mice is running away from wireless and 5Gs. Although, remember this, okay? It's speculation. I want to leave that word up, speculation. But that's what it seems so far. So next month, I will update more. Or maybe I won't, or I'll update onto what I caught onto this video here. But as you can see, I have a mouse problem, or mice problems. I wouldn't have all these if I didn't. And there's more. Because we keep buying these and they're out of the store because we dispose them, we throw them away. There are too many for me to go down to the street and release them. I used to take these. I've been trying to get them to go in there so they can go, they can leave. They can go in and it's alive and I can leave them in the park. Because that's what I've been doing. I walk to the park and I release them in the park. But there's too many now. Sometimes I actually have to wash all this. If they're in here and they're scented in there, they won't come back in. I have to actually wash them. I have to spray them down with alcohol and get rid of their scent. And then put new baits on them. That's how I was able to catch them. If I was being lazy, they won't go in. If I didn't wash them, they won't go in because they can actually smell them. So somehow that's what they do. Even these, they won't go in, as you can see. It's been sitting there. Peanut butter, blah, blah, blah. I got tons of those all over the house. And I'm baiting for more right now. Because I push them all in here before I actually go and trap some more. Some I have to actually glue them. And these are dog treat. They like dog treat somehow. I don't know what it is. Maybe because smells. I don't know. They go and steal them. These. They like cookies. Just in case. They like cookies. They like dog treat. And they have to be bone dog treat. But bone dog treat sometimes is too heavy. And if I put them on here and put this on, it'll set the trap because it's too heavy. So I couldn't even put dog treat on here. Some dog treats. I have to cut them. This one, look how small it is. And I actually have to glue them. See? Just for them to stay. But anyway. This is just some tips that I want to give out before. But I don't know if anybody who actually have this and actually start seeing. If your house is EMF free, that you're going to see this problem. And like I stated earlier, none whatsoever. We have never experienced this whatsoever. It is only this year, and it's starting about April, about May, and then around June. Starting in June, July, August, September, October, around there. Starting to June, we starting to hear them running around. By July, I said, oh, there's only one or two. I told my grandmother, there's only one or two. Forget about it. But she's like, we got to catch them. We bought a cat, and that didn't work out too well, so we had to return a cat. And plus, it didn't get along with our dog. So this is what we resort to. But before I go, sorry, threw a little far there. Before I go, it's because our house is 5G free or wireless free, and that's what's going on here. And then can you imagine? They should do a study of this, and I'm pretty sure they have. If they bombarded them with 5G at one house, and then there's no house on the other, or they can make a separate compartment, whatever. And I'm pretty sure these mice gonna run into another, and that's how the best way to know that it's hurting them, and it seems like it's hurting them all. So they come here to this house here to live. That's my conclusion to it. So anyone out there who's seen a lot of mice around their house and they cannot understand why, and if their house is EMF free, or like how I live, like I stated in many of my videos, I live EMF free. And if they all are EMF free and you live EMF free and you see a bunch of mice coming into your house and you've never seen them before, and this is the first year, and so far, honestly, truthfully, some of the month we just lost count. So if you've seen a lot of them, you know that's what's happening. And I can assure you, this is not going to be the last either. All this here, can you imagine? All these trap here is not going to be the last, because we keep buying them. We buy them so much that they all run out of store. We go from store to store to store just to get these, because these works the best. And no, I'm not endorsing anybody either. These are the best ones. We tried everything. Before that, we couldn't. Like, this one's okay, because this one is cheap, and they flip really easily, and we don't like them. But we bought these before these. We just got these today. Because there were too many, and we bought these because they ran out of those, but we got them. We got some today. So each week, believe it or not, my grandmother and I go and grab these. Yep, just preparing for what's coming. And I can assure you there will be more. Like so far, this month alone, December, we have 23. That's the 23rd one. And I actually have some pictures. I'm not sure where they are now. But I took a bunch of pictures of all the dead ones. Anyway. Anyway. I know some of you guys, if you watch this long, and if you watch all the way to this video, all the way to the end of this video, you guys are going to think I'm crazy for sure for saying it. But I am telling you, 5G is no joke. And before I ended this video, you already seen what's happening already. I don't want to say it. Start with a B. I'll leave it right here. There will be more. Unfortunately, there will be more. Because it's going to drive. I'm going to have a lot of things about 5Gs. I just heard one running right now. I don't know if you heard that one. It just ran across our ceiling right now. Our ceiling have tiles. Those fake tiles. So it's an old house, so it's a fake tile just ran across right now. And if you're lucky, you can actually hear them running around fighting. 3, 4, 5 of them at the same time fighting. Can you imagine? But anyway, so that's what 5G does. What 5G is doing right now. And this alone will tell you something about what 5G is doing. Just this video alone. Never mind about hurting other people or hurting me, as I stated in many of my videos. But this is going to have to be an eye-opener for sure. And because, like I said, because this house, there's no wireless whatsoever. They are coming in here now. And like I stated, and I'll state it one more time, there will be more. As you can see, so many traps right here. And I have set a bunch of them already. I didn't think of making the video. But then I said, you know, this would be an interesting video for people to understand. Or to even learn what 5G is doing. Just mice alone. Never mind about anything, just mice. Just by that alone will tell you what's going on with our environment. Okay? Other than that, that's about it on this video. I hope you learned something. And I will see you in the next video.